The beginning of automobile dates back to the late 1700s, when Nicolas Joseph Cagnier built the first propelled road vehicle, which was designed for the French army. So why do history books say that the first automobile was invented by Gottlieb Daimler or Carl Benz? In the year 1885, they invented the first successful and practical gasoline-powered vehicle. This initial three-wheeled vehicle eventually evolved into the cars we use today. So when did production of motor cars actually commence? Explain how cars were developed.
Car and automobile, and pretty much started back when donkeys used to pull the cargo. It's all started way back. Automobile raised up in 1932 when pretty much cars were all in black.
Oh, the history of cars starts a long time ago. I mean, if you look at cars that we have on the roads right now, a lot of the aspects from an engineering point of view have a lot to do with horse and cart. You know, the most basic vehicles, and you know, their first production cars started over 100 years ago. So it's a long history. I mean, cars have gotten faster and lighter and more powerful and more efficient and safer. All of those things over the last 100 years.
Back cars were all in black. Now you name the color, there are countless and measurements colors that every year that makes cars looks different. Features, technology, durability, safety, all defines what pretty much makes a car what it is today. And pretty much nobody perceives a car anymore to be just a car. The car's pretty much, it's your identity. Just like Infiniti. Infiniti just pursues who you are. Inspired, young, enthusiastic, luxury mindset who wants to prove that he can establish something in his life.
Describe the technology features in current motor cars and why they are important.
There are lots of technologies has been introduced for the consumer, which attracts multiple and different range of people. The main and the latest technologies, which is the auto parking in multiple car brands, as well as the auto braking system.
إذا السيارة كان فيها تكنولوجيا أكثر السيفتي يكون أكثر يعني sensors كاميرا أسهل.
The car itself, when you're driving the car, automatically operates a brake system. If not, the car in front of you only hits a brake. Two cars ahead, with a forward collision intervention happens. It will, if the car in front of your car hits a sudden brake, your car will brake, even if you cannot see that car. And that's pretty much one of the 65% of statistics have been made in the market, accidents happening on the road that you never had the opportunity to avoid it. Now, the car will tell you, it will avoid it for you. You're driving in a line, you're on your phone, you're texting, your car is maneuvering to the left, to the right. You didn't notice a car next to you. The car will alert you, and if you didn't take precautions, it will automatically hit the brake and pulls you back. You're on cruise control, you're not paying attention, you're kind of getting sleepy on the road. Don't worry, with Infiniti Q50, it will automatically reduce the speed if there's a car in front of you. If it moves, it increases the speed. Counts in front of you there. The lane is curving with the trace control. It will lane and curve pretty much. It's a slide curve, it's not a big curve, I have to admit.
Cars have become much safer than before. I would say that thanks greatly to the new technologies that originally came from racing industries such as Formula One and so on, like the traction control, the ABS, which mostly comes standard in most of the vehicles now.
أنا أشوفها تنفعني مثلا كسيارتي أنا كالسنسر أحس أنها نفعني واجد يعني في أغلب الحالات إذا مثلا برجع ريوس أكون مثلا سيارة مو مبينة عندي في المنظر أو شيء فأسمع السنسر فأوقف يعني أقول لولا السنسر كان أقل شيء الحين أنا 6-7 حوادث صار عندي بس من الريوس.
When we see the past and compare it with the present and the car technology, we can notice a big difference and a huge jump on the safety itself. So we can see that the cars started to be more safer for the driver, for the people who are in it, comparing to the previous years.
Do you know what autonomous cars are?
When we hear autonomous car, we can directly think about something which is controlled without a human, either partially or fully controlled. And today, lots of cars started to use the automation in the market, like for example the auto parking, one of the examples. And we look in the future, we can see that lots of and multiple of the car brands, they are starting to develop a fully automated car.
When you're 18 years, just got your driver license, it's fun to be behind the wheel. After 5 years, what happened? You're bored. You want the next big thing. Today, people buy cars for design, technology, safety, durability, and pretty much performance. So, autopilot is the definition that comes up and brings you up with the top of technology. And pretty much you want to have that, but you want to trust that technology enough with the entire safety that's not going to crash you. You want to keep your life before you drive it. And pretty much far but not least, you need an unbelievable design that makes the future today.
I've seen a video of it once, and it was driving around the track in UK, I guess. It was, I think, a BMW, and I like the concept actually. The fact that the car drives itself and knows its way is very exciting idea. I have always thought about it when I was a kid, like, when will this happen? When would we have cars that drive themselves without the need of a driver?
What are the reasons behind building autonomous cars?
I'd imagine it's an attempt to reduce accidents. As technology advances all of the time, people are looking at ways of reducing deaths and injuries on the roads. So by using the improved technology, we're now getting to the stage where it might be possible to produce an autonomous car.
According to the annual global road crash statistics, nearly 1.3 million people die in road accidents each year. On average, that's equal to 3,287 deaths per day. Road crashes are the leading cause of death among young people ages 15 to 29, costing $518 billion globally. What are the technologies required to build an autonomous car?
Imagine there'd be huge processing power. The microprocessing power would need to be enormous. The amount of sensors involved, the electronic sensors, both on the car and I would imagine placed around the roadways.
Describe the advantages of having autonomous cars.
The main advantages for this technology is the comfortability for people themselves, as well as the time efficiency, where instead of sitting on a traffic jam for, let's assume, 1 hour, we can use this time and consume it in something good, either reading or speaking or gathering on the car itself while it's driving by itself. Another part which is very important, which is the efficiency of the car, which will lead to a good environmental effect and will reduce the pollution that we are getting affected on a daily basis from multiple sources.
Would an autonomous car be safe?
It would be safe, because I'm pretty sure that the development have started, I don't know, maybe 5 or even more years. So when they release this, they would have tested it a lot. And when they do that, I'm pretty sure that this will be a safer transportation. Most probably safer than the driving habits that we see today. Because human errors can sometimes be the cause of most of the accidents today.
At the current time, no. I think it potentially could be very safe, but I don't think we've proven the case yet that it actually will be safe. Maybe not. I don't know.
The errors in automation cars will be less, because it will be developed based on a multiple test and lots of experiments and it will not be distributed to the consumer till it has been tested well and experienced perfect and different accident issues.
Google's self-driving cars drove over 700,000 miles successfully, which is the equivalent of driving around the Earth 28 times, with only 2 incidents attributed to human interference. Self-driving cars would save more lives, it'll be more fuel efficient, and driverless cars could bring billions of dollars in benefits.